Hello, hello members. Okay, let us now continue. I'm sorry for keeping you waiting. So on to one, let us go straight forward to fund production theory, whereby we will be tackling stock. And before that, we need to know the learning outcomes. So let us look at the learning outcomes, and I believe the slides are seeing you seeing the slides. So let us look at the learning outcomes. The learning outcomes are the same as the objectives. So let us look at the objectives so that we can be able to know what to expect. So the learner should be able to define the term stock, and then you state types of stock. Then after that, you explain the rules for making stock. First of all, we need to know what stock is. So we have stock as a liquid used in making stews, sauces, soups, and gravies. It can also be defined as a liquid base that is used in preparation of many dishes. I believe you all know about the stock, how we use stock in many what in many so in producing many dishes, especially when you are producing the soups. I believe you produce a stock first before producing the soups. So let us look at the types of stock, whereby we have two different types of stock. Maureen, if you can see the slides, you can read for us what brown stock is. Yes. Yes, thank you, Maureen. So, brown stock is used to produce soups, or rather the stews, especially when you are doing the brown beef stew. So, you can produce brown stock so that you can hand a liquid called stock in a stew. So, how do we produce brown stock? Just brown all the vegetables and the bones so that it can give out the color, the brown color, so that we can make stew for that matter. Let us look at the white stock as a type of stock. Vicky Jelagat. Okay. Yeah, wet stock. We do wet stock when we have not browned the vegetables and the vegetables. So we use white stock, especially when we are producing the white sauces in food production. Let us look at the rules and the regulations that we need to know when making stock. So the very first point to note is that we use a clean stock pot so that we can be able to get the right quantity or right quality of the stock. The next rule is use fresh ingredient of good quality in correct amount. Then unsound meat or bones and lean vegetables will give stock and pleasant flavor. So in this case, when you're producing the stock, we need to use a fresh, or rather, we need to use a fresh ingredient from the market so that it can give us the correct amount and the correct pleasant or the correct flavor of the stock and the meals that you're going to produce when you're using what? When you're using the stock. Remember, the stock is the mother of every food item that we produce in the kitchen. So we can use the fresh ingredient of good quality to give us good quality of the meals that we produce. Then when we're using the stock, then we break the bones into small particles so that maximum amount of the maximum amount of the extract of the nutrients that are required in the vegetables, they can be retained so that the stock also can be, the nutrient can be impacted to the stock. The next rule is after the boiling of stock, let me share, or rather, remove fat scum as it rises to the surface. If not skinned regularly, this will make the stock become cloudy and dirty, make the stock taste greasy. Generally, when we are producing the stock, or rather when we are producing, when we are making the stock, we need to remove excess fat and the scum in the stock when it boils, so that it can be able to reduce the greasiness in the meals. So we are advised to remove excess fat to the bones to avoid greasiness. Then after boiling, the stock should be allowed to simmer gently. Do not store the stock for more than 3 days in a refrigerator. This is to avoid food contamination when producing the meals. Then let us look at the procedure for making white stock. The first procedure, maybe Deborah, you can read for us. Someone else can volunteer. Yes. Okay, so these are the procedures to follow when making white stock. Remember, if you don't produce the sound stock, then you'll not be able to produce a good quality of a meal. So I will leave you with assignment. I believe you can see the assignment where you'll be able to discuss the uses of stock in food production. Thank you so much for your time. We shall meet next time, next lesson. Thank you so much.